Hello and welcome to Pan-African News 360 on GUN. This is News in 5 and I am Vuyo Mgwelo. These are your headlines. A special envoy reports back to President Ramaphosa. Gordhan loses a court bid. Sentin Gautrain reaches an agreement with the city. And US Oprah legend dies. Chippa United boss wields the X. The presidency says the emissaries who were sent out on missions across West Africa to send messages of solidarity and convey South Africa's apology after the spate of attacks on immigrants has been a success. According to the presidential spokesperson, Ramaphosa received a preliminary report from the team of special envoys led by the former cabinet member Jeff Radebe on Monday. The president has expressed his sincere appreciation for the generosity of spirit with which heads of state and government of Nigeria, Ghana, Senegal and Niger received the special envoys, the presidency wrote. Now, the presidency stated their message from President Ramaphosa regarding the violent attack, which drew a condemnation from all over the world in the xenophobic rhetoric and was well understood by the leaders. Now, they further drew the attention of heads of state and governments to the sincere public apologies extended by President Ramaphosa about the unfortunate events in South Africa. South Africa remains a multicultural society that promotes interactions among people of different backgrounds and remains an integral part of the African continent, the presidency added. Now, the Public Enterprise Minister Pravin Gordhan lost the court bid to have a 2014 report by the Inspector General of Intelligence on the so-called SARS rogue unit removed from court records and the public domain. According to various media reports, Gordhan's application to the court to have the report by SGI was dismissed on Monday during an equality court sitting. The classified report revealed that SARS had a rogue unit and was leaked to media by the EFF on Monday evening. The report was also attached on an annexure in the EFF's court papers responding to hate speech charge laid against their deputy president and President Floyd Shivambu and Julius Malema. The EFF welcomed the ruling by the court, saying they have made inroads in accountability against an individual who feels above the law. The Sentin Gautrain station portable toilets will be let go after its operator Mbombela Concession Company reached an agreement with the city of Johannesburg this week. Earlier this month, the city had cut off water supply to the station, forcing commuters to use their makeshift toilets after the Cedar Park failed to settle an 8 million rand debt. The city said, and I quote, "The city has agreed to provide the Sentin Gautrain station with its own water meter, which will result in the city billing the Gautrain directly for its water usage." The Joburg Mayor Herman Mashaba had said, or rather been quoted saying, and the 74-year-old Oprah legend JC Norman died on Tuesday from organ failure and septic shock in relation to complications from a 2015 injury. Norman gained popularity in the 80s after singing for England's Queen Elizabeth on her 60th birthday celebration. "We are equally proud of her humanitarian endeavors, addressing matters such as hunger, homelessness, youth development and arts and culture education," said the family in a statement. And lastly, in sports, as trigger-happy Chippa United boss Viwe Mpengyesi has once again did what he does best, and that's firing coaches. Mpengyesi fired caretaker coach Duran Francis on only his second game in charge. Francis lost and drew matches he oversaw, failing to produce a win in both. Now, this only 2 weeks after he fired former coach Clinton Lawson following a bad string of results. Now, the side now hanging in 15th position are said to be looking outside SA borders for a new coach. For more of these stories, go to our website and also go to all our social media platforms and communicate with us from myself and the News in 5 team. See you tomorrow.